What's up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of the Misguided Goddess podcast. This is the Misguided Goddess Sion. Sisters, how y'all feel? Brothers, y'all all right? Well, I hope everybody has been amazing. I hope that you all enjoyed my last podcast episode. Big thank you to Kelly for coming on my podcast as my very first co host. I was so excited to finally have her on the show. We had been talking about having her on my podcast. Actually, that was a lie. No, we didn't. We talked about starting a podcast together, but I realized that I never asked her to be on my podcast. So when I asked her, she just was like, yes, of course. Thank you for finally asking me. And I was just like, oh, I never thought, I don't know. I wasn't ready to have co-host on. I was blocking my own blessing. Let me just say that because only one other person ever asked me to be on my podcast, and I just was like, all right, yeah. And I never really thought about it, and I have like ideas for other people to come on and to talk to you all, but it's me. It's me. I'm holding myself back, and I promise y'all, like I'm really, really working on it. I'm so proud of myself. This is going to be episode 49. I'm almost to episode 50, and that's a pretty big deal to me. I feel like I could be like at 5 podcasts and I'm almost to 50. So I'm very excited about that. I'm looking forward to talking more and learning more and growing more with you all. And I just want to say thank you so much to my community, my loved ones, as I call you all. Um, Thank you all for listening and thank you all for continuously supporting me. I, let's just get right into it. So today's self-care Sunday for me. I usually don't record on Sundays. I usually don't do any work on Sundays, but I didn't get a chance to record on Wednesday, and I was just like, I really want to put out a podcast this week because there's a topic that I really want to talk about. It keeps coming up for me, and I really want to talk about it, and I'm very excited. But I schedule routine maintenance on Sundays, and Wednesdays, because, those are my 2 days of doing stuff for me. Those are like the best days off to, I'm saying off, but Sunday is like my off day where I'm probably not going to be doing much of anything on Sunday except for maintenance and taking care of myself. Wednesdays are just like the one day during the week that I like to like ground, pull everything in. It's like the middle of the week for me. It just works for me and my schedule. But anyway, so I went to get a wax. Shout out to Zari at Zara Cosmetics. Just an incredible, beautiful woman. That's my girl, y'all. That's my girl. I'm not gonna say I'm going to. I always share her post on Instagram whenever she does like promo. I just share it and I'll continue on doing that because big, huge supporter. That's my girl. And she does amazing work and she's cool as a fan. So that's always awesome. But I was talking to her about like me today and I'm like, I have it on my heart to really record my podcast today. And she just was like, oh, I'm so happy you're so consistent. And me, I wish I was consistent, but this is me being consistent, y'all. And y'all appreciate it because y'all tell me every episode, like, oh, I'm happy you dropped the episode. I'm happy you did it. You happy you did it. And it's just me being hard on myself. I want to give y'all more, but it's just a lot going on in my life right now. And I'm just I have a lot of things that I'm putting my energy into. And this is what I want to just say this. Because on the last episode, I talked about us following our passions and everything like that. And it's possible for us to follow more than one passion at one time. Sorry about that, y'all. That was my mama calling. Y'all know when my baby called me, everything stopped. But anyway, I was saying on the last episode when I talked about us following our passions and seeing how important it is to follow our passions, I just wanted to talk to everybody and just let y'all know, like, it's okay to have more than one passion and it's okay to follow more than one passion. However, I do think that that's only possible when you can manage your time wisely. So if you can manage your time, then you can have the enough time and energy to put your focus into your different passions, okay? It takes a lot of discipline, but that comes in knowing yourself. Okay. So, like for instance, one of my passions is my podcast. Like, I love podcasting. Sometimes it is harder for me to stop everything and podcast how I want to, just because sometimes the spaces aren't as quiet as I would want them to be, or things like that. It's just mostly situational things like that. Or sometimes I have so many ideas in my head. It's just like, wait a minute, Sion, you have to write this all down first so that you can make sense of it, so that you ain't just babbling to these people. Because I'm trying to teach y'all something. I ain't trying to just be over here babbling to y'all, okay? But my this episode in particular, I wanted to talk about something that's not only a passion, but something that is very important to me. And that's love. Tomorrow's Valentine's Day. Well, most likely when I post this, it's gonna already be Valentine's Day. I've been trying to like make my podcast post and post them on Monday mornings, just so y'all can start y'all week out with a goddess. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I wanted to talk about love in different aspects on this episode, and a thing that I wanted to start off first of all, first and foremost, of what is most important overall, before anything, more than anything, is self love. Is the importance and the power of loving oneself, of pouring into oneself, of caring for oneself. It's very important, and that's really what I wanted to talk about and share, because I meet so many people, so many women, most not even, no, I'm not going to say women, I'm not going to call y'all out, because I know a lot of men who don't love themselves either. Well, not that I know, but I've come in contact with, has had conversations with, and you can tell that these men don't care about themselves or love themselves because of the way that they carry themselves. And it's the same for women as well. You can tell when a woman cares about herself and when she doesn't. You can tell when a woman loves herself and when she doesn't. You can tell. You can see it on them. You can smell it on them sometimes, unfortunately. And it's tragic, because it's not possible to even think that you could love anything or anybody else if you don't first love yourself. Because how do you know what love feels like if you haven't experienced it? You see what I'm saying? Like, how could you say, oh, I love you to another person when you've never experienced what love felt like? Not, no, wait, that's, uh, I'm saying that wrong. Not knowing what love, yeah, like not knowing what love feels like, because you can't know how to love somebody else and that you love somebody else if you don't love yourself. It can't work like that. It doesn't work like that. And that's important. Like, you can't say, oh, I love you to a person and then mistreat them, disrespect them, because that's not what love is. Like, it's like you got to understand what the meaning of love is. You have to understand what the definition of love is for yourself first, before you can say to somebody, oh, I love you. Before you can say, I love that, or I love doing that, or I love being here, or I love doing this. How can you say that if you don't know what love is to begin with? Think about that. And I remember I used to like, not I used to like, I used to love, honey, and still love, still very much love. But I used to watch RuPaul's Drag Race, and at the end of every episode, RuPaul says the same thing. How you gonna love somebody and you don't even love yourself? Or you can't love somebody when you don't even love yourself. And that's true. That's true. You can't. It just, you can't. You can't. You have to start with you first. And in order to have us understand what love is, I did look in the dictionary and I'm going to read you all what the dictionary says love is. Love as a noun is an intense feeling of deep affection, a great interest and pleasure in something. As a verb, feel deep affection for someone, like or enjoy very much. I think that that last one as a verb, like or enjoy very much, that's the one that we kind of gotta, work on for ourselves. A lot of us have a hard time with loving ourselves because we don't like ourselves, like we don't enjoy ourselves. A lot of people feel like that. A lot of people will think like, oh, well, I don't really like the way that I do this. I don't really like the way that I do that. And then keep doing it instead of figuring out another way to do something else. Okay? Just because our parents taught us certain things growing up or taught us love in their way of thinking or didn't teach us anything about love, we have to take that and then we have to figure out what works best for us as adults. Like, sorry, that's just how it works. Everything that we learn from our parents, we can't necessarily keep all the time because sometimes it wasn't the correct thing, or sometimes it wasn't the right thing, or some people parents didn't teach them the importance of loving themselves. Some people's parents didn't teach them that at all, and I feel like if we can start there first, then we can get into the enjoying life, loving life, manifesting your dreams, finding your passions, finding your purpose. You have to start by loving yourself first. And loving yourself comes in different forms. So, loving yourself could be you saying, you know what? I love myself, and I know that it's unhealthy for me to do XYZ. So I'm going to love myself so much that I'm not going to do this unhealthy thing anymore. I love myself so much. I respect myself so much that I won't allow myself to be disrespected or mistreated or embarrassed by anybody else. That's a big thing there. Let's get into that. There are some people in this world who will put up with anything all in the name of love. But the thing is, they don't know what love is. They don't know what love looks like. And they don't know what a healthy love looks like. Let me rephrase that. They don't know what a healthy love looks like. A healthy love is not something that's going to pull you down, break you down, belittle you, discourage you. Like, that's not love. That's not a healthy love at all. If anything, that's more like an obsession and somebody trying to keep you somewhere. Okay? That's what that more so is, definitely. Um and it's like if you are experiencing that with a person, then that person still says, "Oh, I love you," that's gaslighting and that's abuse, and don't stand for that. Okay? It's hard to realize when you are in an abusive situation just because it is a physically abusive, but trust me, y'all, mental abuse, emotional abuse, spiritual abuse, those hurt in different ways than physical abuse. It's deeper, and in a lot of senses is worse because physical abuse is sometimes, it could be sometimes temporary. Like, if you get popped in the lip, it's gonna hurt right then. But if you get your like lip like bash, your face bashed in, and then you gotta get stitches and shit, nah, that ain't temporary. That's a whole different story. But what I'm saying is that somebody that, like, for instance, there's people who have parents who don't love them and they don't teach their children love. They don't show their children love. So the children grow up unloved, thinking that, oh, this is what love is. And it's not. It's just, it's not. It's not. Abuse is not love. Neglect is not love. It's not. Mental abuse is not love. Emotional abuse is not love. That is not love. Abuse is not love at all, period. At all, ever. It's not love. Nobody who abuses you loves you. That's just, it's not. I don't care what they say. That's not love. That's very unhealthy. Most of the time, it is just an obsession, a very unhealthy obsession, and ties into like control and everything like that. If you are in a situation like that, I pray you get closer to God and figure out a way to get up out of that. Okay? If you are in an abusive situation, there are hotlines you can call for help. There are ways for you to get help, but you have to want the help first. You have to want the help, and you have to have the discipline to get away from whatever that is. Okay? That's just, it is what it is. I've tried myself to help people in situations that they wanted to stay in because they didn't see how unhealthy it was. That's on them. You can't save everybody, okay? Sometimes I gotta tuck my cape. Sometimes I gotta tuck my cape. Everybody can come. It just is what it is. I didn't make it this way. People have their own choices, okay? Now, one of my favorite one of my favorite uh affirmations is I love myself. That's one of my favorite affirmations. Y'all know we do weekly affirmations on a podcast, Instagram, and I share them every week, and I make all of these, but the one that's most important to me is self-love. And love in itself, self-love in itself, in my opinion, is very spiritual. Like, it's just, I can speak for myself and say I never had an issue with self-love. Now, doubt, yes. Yes, sometimes, the anxiety, it just gets the best of you. But as far as like self love and pouring into myself and like looking in the mirror and seeing beauty and seeing love, y'all know I'm a love child. I'll say that, I'm truly a love child. I'm a child of love. I am a love child. That is me. I'm here to spread love. I'm here to inspire love. That is what I'm here to do. That's a part of my passion. That's a part of my purpose. That's a part of what God put me here for. That's just what it is. And I'm not going to say I never had an issue with self-love, because to me, having issues with self-doubt ties into having issues with self-love. But that's just the way that I think about it. But there's some people who are out here who truly hate the way that they look, hate the way that they feel, hate the way that they sound. And it's just like, if you are carrying that, everybody's going to feel like that about you, because either you're, one, pointing it out all the time, or two, you're holding yourself back, or you're holding yourself in this certain type of light to where people can't appreciate who you truly are. And nothing is wrong with not liking how you look, because sometimes, like for instance, some people gain weight and they don't like the weight gain on them, so they're going to do what they have to do in order to lose this weight. That's totally understandable, and honestly the more healthier thing for you to do, instead of just wallowing in that and continuing on unhealthy eating habits and unhealthy dieting and not exercising, things of that nature. But anyway, but anyway I don't want to, I wanted to go back and say that about the self-doubt, because I don't want you all to feel like I'm preaching to y'all from like my high horse. Like, I've never had a issue or a day where I just didn't feel like myself, or I didn't, you know, necessarily like the way that I looked that day. Like, maybe, when you change your hair and you're like, man, I don't like this shit. And you just keep looking at it like, oh, I don't like it. But then it kind of grow on you. We've all experienced situations like that, but I'm going to say I've never had a feeling where I looked in the mirror and I got sick to my stomach because I hated what I looked like. You know what I'm saying? And I thank God for that. I thank God for that, because there are people who have done that. And if you are a person listening and you have looked in the mirror and you have said to yourself, I don't like what I'm seeing, think about this. Envision yourself as the way that you want to see yourself. And this isn't a Oh, I want a new nose, I want new titties, I want a new back, I want a new side, I want a new ass. It's not that. That's not what I'm talking about. That's not what I'm talking about. That's not what I'm talking about at all. What I'm talking about is when you look in the mirror and you literally don't like what you see as a person. When you look in the mirror, you looking into your eyes and you could look into your soul. Like you can see it in the mirror. You can see it. If that is something that you're struggling with or having issues with, then you're going to have to look in the mirror and start doing those I am affirmations. You're going to have to start really thinking about what is it exactly that I don't like about myself. Because once you and I'll say this too, doing this work is hard, y'all. The road to self-love, self-healing is hard, okay? Because it's a lot of demons inside of your own self that you have to go in and view face to face. And you don't have to fight them. We don't fight demons over here. We don't do that. We gonna face them. You gonna either get up out of here on your own. I'm gonna do what I gotta do to get you on up out of here. But you gotta go. That's just how you gotta talk the demon straight up like that. Like, I don't know what you gonna do, but ain't no room for you up in here no more, because all we have is love and stability over here. I don't know what you want to do, but you got to go. All right. So anyway, the I am affirmations and the mirror work, it is very important, but it's also important for you to start visualizing the type of person that you want to be. What do you want? What do you desire? And a lot of people, we get unhappy with ourselves and start hating our lives and hating the way that things are going, just because honestly, sometimes we have to take accountability in the fact that we don't know what we want. We think we know what we want, but we don't know what we want. So we don't know the process in getting what we want. And you're not trusting the process. You're not getting there. And the self love step is the most important step, because that's the step where you're building your most sturdy foundation. So even if you are like, because they have women who don't think that they're very beautiful, that's cool. But sister, they have all kind of things that you can do to enhance. Okay, honey, you can change your hair. You could get your makeup done. You could get a wax. You could get your eyebrows reshaped. All kind of stuff. You have to figure out what's going to be best for you and what's going to make you feel better, what's going to make you feel good about yourself. It's all about yourself. And that is not selfish. Okay? That's not selfish of you. So if you're choosing yourself and choosing to pour into, now I ain't saying go broke. I ain't saying don't feed your children for 4 days so you can go get a wax. That's not what I'm saying, sisters. That's not what I'm saying. Do what's best for you and your budget. Do what you can in your budget. Do what you can in your budget. Do what you can in your budget. Okay? And I don't just mean a budget of money. I also mean a budget with your time, a budget with your energy. And for a lot of people, self-care is going to sleep. Bitch, get some rest. You need some rest. You need some rest. Your brain needs to rest. Your body needs to rest. You need some rest. Get you some rest. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Drink more water. If we can start, like I said, the 1%. The 1%, y'all. Give me 1%. You can literally change the way that your face looks and the way that your skin looks just by sleeping more and drinking more water. Unless you sleep 8 hours a night already, I'm not going to suggest that you sleep even more, because how the hell are you going to be doing stuff when you're up? Like, how are you scheduling your days? But anyway, I'm getting kind of off topic. And I'm saying to y'all to do what's best for you and your budget, because one, I want us to thrive and not be living beyond our means. Okay? I know that I said, like, routine maintenance is high. It's expensive being high maintenance, y'all. It really is. So the most stuff you can learn how to do yourself, it helps, okay? But me, for instance, okay, I'll say this. During the pandemic, I learned how to do a lot of things myself. When I was, and this was probably before, yeah, this was 2017. One day I wanted to learn how to, like, do my own nails, have healthy, natural nails, manicure my nails, do cute nail designs, but I wanted it to be natural nails, because I'm the type of woman, I can't wear fake nails. I can't do the acrylic. When I used to get my nails done every week, or no, I'm lying, was not every week, every 2 weeks. When I used to get my nails done every 2 weeks, them filing my nail, that shit hurt. I wash my hands too much throughout the day for my nail, my real nail to be that thin. It used to be sore, so I can't do fake nails. Right? Y'all know I'm highly sensitive, so just back that up to me being sensitive. Couldn't do it. Then I mean, I love my press-ons, but press-ons they still damage your nails, and I've always liked how that natural long almond shaped nail look. So that's my goal for right now. And I learned how to do that myself. My intentions was to learn how to do this in 2017. Didn't happen. Did not happen. I spent like $100 on nail stuff in CVS, and most likely that stuff is in Dallas in my storage. But um so I had to rebuy everything during the pandemic, and I learned how to really take care of my nails, and they're growing out so well. I'm so happy about that. And that's just one little thing that I learned how to do myself. That one, I didn't always have the money to go to the nail shop every 2 weeks and get my nails. And bitch, when I tell y'all, I am so happy that I decided to stop getting my nails done when I did. Because baby, these nail prices is ridiculous. Oh my God. Now, I will get a pedicure. I'll go get a pedicure. But for right now, I can't get a pedicure. I got some issues going on with my feet. I'm okay, y'all. I'm okay. I know y'all been seeing on my Instagram that I've been going to the podiatrist a lot. And also, let me just go ahead and slide this in here. If you're in New Orleans and you need a good podiatrist, foot or ankle doctor, go see my girl, Dr. Gabrielle Clark, at My Brand New Feet. She's over here on Lake Forest Boulevard. I'm pretty sure y'all have already seen me post her on my Instagram, but that's my good cousin. So hey, cousin. But anyway, y'all support my girl. You can get medical manicures and pedicures with her. So for y'all people out there with them broke toenails, corn on y'all feet, ladies who like to wear heels, y'all toes ain't looking right, Dr. G got y'all. Go see my cousin. All right, let me just say that. My feet are out of commission until the summer. So just know I'm working on some things over here. Just pray for my healing, y'all. Please pray for my healing. Thank you. It's really not that deep, but pray for my healing. I'm going to tell y'all a funny story about what happened with my feet once they heal. Once I got it done and got it together, we'll talk about it. But anyway, another thing too that is self-love, while I am talking about my doctor, y'all, doctor's appointments, dentist appointments. Doctor's appointments, dentist is nowhere in hell at this big age. You going 12 full months without seeing a doctor or a dentist. All right. That's self-love, pouring into yourself, pouring into the way that that's not only pouring into your beauty, that's pouring into your health standards. A lot of people have bad breath and have issues with their breath and mouth and teeth, and they just living their life like it's not happening. I know you smell that. I know you taste that. That's number one. I know you do. And man, when I tell y'all nothing, I ain't gonna say nothing because a couple of things I'm not sure though. I'm gonna have to really think on it. I don't know what feels better than getting your teeth cleaned. Oh, oh, ain't nothing like a good deep teeth cleaning. Oh, a tongue scraping. Yes, Lord. And then getting a new toothbrush. Oh, I'm going to tell y'all what I've been teaching my nieces and nephews ever since I've been blessed to be an aunt since I was 12 years old. Cleanliness is next to godliness. Cleanliness is next to godliness. Okay? And y'all know I address y'all as gods and goddesses. So yes, cleanliness, please, cleanliness, cleanliness, cleanliness. It's very important. Very important. And that's why I say to you all, make your doctor's appointments, make your dentist appointments. Honestly, if nothing serious is going on with my teeth, I'm only going to see the dentist twice a year. Some people go 3. I'm going to. My insurance is my insurance. And I know that that's another thing. A lot of people don't have insurance, but black people, we going to talk about insurance on a whole nother episode because I got some tea for y'all. I got some tips for y'all. I've been working on something real nice because y'all, I'm sick and tired of every time somebody dying, y'all want to start GoFundMe. I don't have $50 every time somebody pass. I don't have it. I don't have it to give. You need a fucking life insurance plan. Y'all need some health insurance. Don't be out here doing crazy shit. You know you ain't got no health insurance. Let me just say this funny story to y'all. In 2013 to maybe 2000, yeah, I'm gonna say to maybe 2015, I didn't used to do stuff. Like, I used to really be really chill in the house, chilling, laying down, not really going nowhere, not really getting into too much of nothing. It wasn't that I was depressed. I really was chilling. I had some stuff going on. I was in school. I was being a nanny, so I didn't really have much to do anyway. But, one day me and my mama was talking. I cracked a joke. It's a joke I used to always crack all the time. And he was like, what you gonna do if somebody try to rob you? I'm going to give them whatever they want to give them. And I'm just going to, please don't beat me. Please don't shoot me. I don't have no insurance. Please, whatever you do, just please don't kill me. I didn't have a job at that time. And I was like, I can't die. Okay. I can't die. My mama hate throwing suppers. I don't have no life insurance right now. They thought this was so funny. I'm like, when I tell you, I would be begging and pleading y'all, just please don't shoot me. I don't have no health insurance. I can't get shot. I don't have the money. I don't have it right now to have none of them kind of issues in my life. I just don't have it. And they thought this was so, I'm serious though. Insurance is important. I just feel like a lot of our, like, and I'm not going to say a lot of our, well, yeah, a lot of our, because I'm going to speak to us as a whole in general. I'm not going to do the whole, oh, well, they didn't do it and they didn't. No, a lot of black people as a whole just don't believe in insurance, don't have insurance. And I'm not sure if it's something because they don't know, or if they just don't want to pay for it, or if they just can't afford to pay for it, because that shit is expensive. But it's important to have, y'all, and it does pay in the long run. Like, all right, I'm totally getting off topic from my self-love, but insurance is important. No, matter of fact, no, I'm not going to get off topic because I have a whole episode planned for insurance. I'm not going to get off topic because I don't want to give too much away, but it's important, y'all. But anyway, and yes, I was serious about the me planning on telling people I didn't have no insurance, y'all. I wasn't playing around with my life. I remember one of my friends asked me if I wanted to go on a roller coaster. First of all, I'm not a roller coaster kind of girl. That's just not me. I was like, no, I'm not doing it. I don't have no insurance. If something happened to me, no, I don't. I'm not doing it. I don't even think at that time, y'all, I had Medicaid. But anyway, but anyway, having insurance is important because, like I said, you'll get to go to those dentist appointments. You'll get to have those doctor's appointments, things of that nature. Like, y'all should be seeing your primary care doctor at least 2 times a year. You know what I'm saying? To at least get your, like, okay, if you are sexually active, especially, you need them that not just a regular HIV test every so often, because you need the HIV test. Like, if you are sexually active, get tested for HIV at least not 3 times a year, at least 4 times a year, because it's every 3 months, at least 4 times a year. Now, they do have another test that you can get, like it's like another part of the STD test that you can get, because you have to ask for the STD STI test. Like, you have to ask for that. Like, they don't always automatically just test you for like gonorrhea and stuff like that. You want to get tested for all of those things. You want to always your um know your status on all kind of stuff like that, especially if you are sexually active. Like, that's important. They have too much shit out here. When I tell y'all the number of like clients that I be getting that tell me like, oh, like, I ran across this woman and she told me she had herpes. Herpes is out here, y'all. People is out here with the herp. Be careful. All right, get yourself tested. Always know your status, especially if you're one of these people who just in love with having situationships. Know your status, baby. Don't be out here spreading nothing. Don't be out here burning people. Okay? Just please, y'all. Please. And another thing, be careful with people who don't go to the dentist. Because if y'all are being sexually active with people who don't go to the dentist, that bacteria can get on you. And that can cause STIs. You just don't know. You just never know. And don't do oral when you brush it. That is going to be a whole nother episode. Don't do oral don't brush your teeth and then do oral right after. it'll um what's the word I'm trying to say? It's more likely, like the risk factor is more likely for you to like get like a STI or something like that, like in your mouth. Because when you brush your teeth, it causes like tiny cuts on your gums sometimes. So just be careful, y'all. Just be careful out there. Just be careful out there. Just be careful. Just be careful. It's cruel, crazy world out there. Just be careful. But anyway, I'm getting all the way off topic now, because we don't need to be chatting about sex yet. Okay, not yet. All right. Anyway, self love. So self love, it also okay. And then another reason why I wanted to talk about self love was because y'all know that I do own my other business, Gifts from a Goddess. I started Gifts from a Goddess because I had made some shea butter one time, and the shea smelled good. I put it on my body and I just felt amazing. And I kept using it. I used it for like a week or two. And I'm like, damn, my skin feels so good. It looks so good. It's not super oily. It's not super greasy. Oh, I like this. Oh, and that was when I first kind of got into like body butters and stuff like that. And then I started mixing my oils and things and of that nature with it. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Every time y'all see me, smell me, I'm a walking spell over here. I got on all kind of stuff. All kinds of stuff, all right? But to me, that's self-care. That's the way that I pour into myself. That's the way that I love on myself. I do my body lotions. I do my body oil, not body lotions, my body butters, because I really don't wear lotion. I wear my shea butter and that's it. Like, I don't do lotions at all. I got some shea butter hand lotion, but it's not even in my purse no more because I don't use it. But anyway, I wanted to create. I didn't want to just teach y'all about self love and self care and then not give y'all no kind of options. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to share my products with you all so that you all can know, like, okay, well, me putting on lotion in the morning, that's self-care. That's showing me that I love myself because I care enough about myself to even lotion my body, to take care of my skin. Y'all, when I be putting my shea butter on and like rubbing it in my skin, I'm rubbing it in my skin and I'm doing my affirmations. Oh, my skin is so soft. Oh, my skin is so luxurious. Oh, my body feels so amazing. Oh, thank you, God, for giving me this amazing body. Thank you, Lord, for blessing me with this amazing brown skin. Thank you, Father God. Thank you, Mother Goddess. That's just what I do. That's just me, though. You know, like y'all can take that. That's just a little gem right there. Y'all flossing y'all teeth in the morning, flossing y'all teeth at night. Thank you, God, for that meal that I had earlier. It was so good. It's just stuck in my teeth. Oh, let me get that out there. I like to show as much gratitude in my life as possible. I'm very great. I'm a very gracious person. I'm gracious for all kind of stuff that happened to me. I'm very gracious because I'm very blessed. Trust me. And that's the reason why I can come to y'all and I can talk to y'all about it and I can share this with you all, because I want you all to feel this. I want you to experience this. There is not a love that's better than self-love. Well, other than God's love, but I count God's love as self-love because God lives within me. God lives within you. We're connected to God through our spirit. So that's the reason why I tie those in together. But there's no greater love than that. And there's another thing too. You can't say that you love God and not love yourself because God lives within you. So I really do. That's like the biggest takeaway from this whole entire episode. If you're walking around here saying that you love God and you're a person of God and you love God so much and you just willing to do anything for God, love yourself for God because God lives within you. And they tell you that God lives within you. You are connected to God through your spirit. You have a spirit, you're connected to God through that spirit. It is what it is. So if you love God and you're willing to do this for God and willing to do that for God, do that for yourself as well. Pour into yourself. Just how you say thank you, God, you can thank yourself too. You can do that. That's self-love. Show yourself how much you love yourself. Show how much you show yourself how much you appreciate yourself. Like for instance with me, okay, let's talk about Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day is one of my favorite holidays because, again, I'm a love child. I'm a child of love. And that's just what I am. I love love. And when we were little, my mama used to give us Valentines Every year we used to be my mama Valentine, and I just always thought that was so adorable. And then like I remember this one year, I'm not gonna lie, we had a hard year one year, and she couldn't get us the Valentines before Valentine's. So the day after Valentine's, she went to Family Dollar and went crazy. She went crazy. When I tell y'all, she bought us all the stuff, because you know the day after that shit get marked down. Boy, we had so much candy. So, oh my God, we had so much candy. And we just watched movies and we chilled and just laid in my mama bed. And it was a good Valentine's Day weekend. So that's like one of my favorite Valentine's Day memories. And then I remember like when I got to high school, when I lived in Dallas, my freshman year of high school, I lived in Dallas because of Katrina. And they did this thing where it's like you could buy your crush for $1 and they'll bring it to your crush. It's like a cute little, they decorated a can of crush, the cold drink, like a can of crush. And yes, I'm from New Orleans. Yeah, I said cold drink. Yeah, I said cold drink because it's in a can. It's a can cold drink. I'm from New Orleans. Yes, I said it. That's for my friend from Detroit who gonna say soda, and no, it's cold drink. It's a cold drink. Anyway, back to my story. They give you like they decorated, like they put the little balloon ribbon on it, gave a little card and like gave it to your crush. Kind of like very like on Mean Girls when they did the candy cane with the for Christmas on Mean Girls. It was like that. But anyway, I thought that was so cute. So, all right. When I was in high school, I did have an idea like for a fundraiser to have the roses. And you just pay $1, you get a rose. So if you went to high school with me, that was my idea. You're welcome. But anyway, y'all know me, party planning committee ass. Angela head ass. Boy, staying on the party. It's a planning committee for me. Always on the planning committee for me. But anyway, but I bought up high school because I was gonna say this one year I baked my friends this cake. I baked a strawberry cake, and everybody's like, "You baked us a cake for Valentine's Day?" I'm like, "Yes, I love Valentine's Day." And then, like, maybe 2 years ago, I bought all my friends Galentine's Day gifts. And y'all know I always talk about me having guy friends. So, like, my two boy best friends, man best friends, they're men. We're grown adults now. I got to get out of that boy-girl shit. But these two beautiful black men that I have the privilege of saying are my best friends. I gave everybody Valentine's one year. And I told them that they was my Galentines, too, because we homeboys. But I just like doing that. And this year I'm running behind and I got shit going on, so they ain't getting nothing. But love, nothing but love, all my undying love. That's it. And that's better than a gift. So hey, here we are. But nah, I'ma cook for them or something. Who knows? Um, but I wanted to bring up self-love, and then I wanted to talk about Valentine's Day because there are certain people who think that just because you are single or you don't have a partner that you gotta hate Valentine's Day and be anti Valentine's Day. And I remember what we used to call it, Single Awareness Day. That's so rude. But I mean, shit, if you ain't know you was single, you definitely gonna find out you're single on Valentine's Day, honey, cause ain't nobody gonna be checking for you, and that's just gonna be it. But last year, what I did was, because I didn't have a Valentine last year, but I bought myself flowers, as I just, that's just a thing I do on Sundays anyway. But I bought myself red roses. I bought me some candles. I bought me some chocolate. I had some edibles. I got weed as a Valentine. Weed is the gift that keeps on giving. So if you're gonna give the gift of weed, I'm coming a size 7. I'm just playing, y'all. I mean, unless it's some cookies. If you got a cookie connect us, but Andretti connect, let me know. I send you the Eddie. I see my address. Sure, I ain't scared. I see my address. Child, you try to send me a little something. I'm just saying. And come to her, a little 7 or something. But I ain't hurting for nothing. I'm blessed and highly favored. I'm just saying, just throwing it out there in case the Lord put a little something on your heart. You know what I'm saying? Say, how blessed that God is right there. Just saying. But anyway, But that's what I did for myself last year. This year, I just wanted to focus more so on self care. I didn't really buy anything materialistic. Like, I'm trying to think. I feel like I bought myself a purse last year, but I don't think I did. I don't think that's true. No, you know what, y'all? I had my eye on a purse last year for Valentine's Day, and that bitch sold out. Yep, it sold out. They never got it back in again. But I ended up buying the purse that was just like that one in a different color for myself for Christmas. So actually, that wasn't for Christmas. That was for my half birthday. Half birthday, Christmas, same thing. They both in December. Anyway, I'm totally getting off track because now I'm babbling. But I was gonna talk about this year. So this year I just did more like self care. Like I said, I went to go see my wax lady, and going to see her is always good for me because we always have really good conversations. Like we always have really good conversations. It's a good therapeutic experience for me as well as for her. So that's awesome. Another thing I'm gonna do is plan a spa day. I couldn't get it in this weekend just because some other stuff came up for me, but my gift to myself is a spa day, and I'm thinking about doing Woodhouse. I've been dying to get in Woodhouse, but I really just want to go to Woodhouse because I feel like they have a steam room and I want to get in a steam room. Like, I need a good steam. Like, I want to get in a steam room so bad. Another thing that I'm doing, of course, I did a goddess bath. I'm going to do a yoni steam. But those are things that I can do for myself at the house. And that's fine with me for this year. Um, I want to say I got some chocolates. That's about it. And just some chocolates. And I didn't want to go too crazy with like snacks and desserts this year because sis trying to watch her waistline or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I got some things I'm working on or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's almost a summer and thing. But anyway, um, I decided not to do the flowers this year. Only because, y'all, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Bitch, them flowers is high. Them prices done jacked up like that. Them prices then jacked up like that. I said, oh, I might as well buy me a plant, child. So I don't really have the space for a plant right now. So I'm just not going to worry about it. And then gift wise, I was trying to think, I really was trying to think like, damn, do I want to buy myself a gift? Do I really, really want a gift? Then I was like, well, if I get a gift, what do I want? I didn't even feel like putting the energy into looking for something. Usually I know off top, like, oh yeah, this a purse I want. This a purse I want. It's always a purse I want. Yo, I told myself I'm not buying purses again until my birthday. I'm not getting another purse until my birthday. I might be lying, but for now, I'm not getting a purse until my birthday. Until my birthday. And it's not that deep. It's not that deep. Like I don't need a new purse right now, so it's not like I'm punishing myself or nothing, but I don't need one, and I don't have one to put in, I don't have nowhere to put it right now. I don't have nowhere to put it right now. Um Handbag storage ideas. That's something I may need to look up on freaking Pinterest. But anyway, y'all, I said all of that. That what I'm doing on Valentine's Day, just to give y'all some ideas of things that y'all can do on Valentine's Day. So you can take you a goddess bath. Like for instance, I sell my bath teas, gifts from a goddess. I sell my bath teas. Those are what I use those when I'm taking what I call a goddess bath. So I do my bath tea. I'll put some rose petals in the water sometimes, and I don't always do rose petals. Sometimes I'll do what are those not rose petals, what are those other petals? Lavender. I'll do lavender, which my the goddess bath has rose petals in it. It also has lavender in it, but that's because it ties together with all of the other herbs, and it does things with the body, and it relaxes your body, detoxes your body, snatches that thing back. Just throwing that out there. Don't be surprised if you get that WAP after a goddess bath. Don't be mad at me. I'm warning you. They're for men too, because they do, like I said, soothe you. They change your body's pH. The bath tea it's very calming, very relaxing. It is very aromatic. It's like aromatherapy. I didn't mean to say it's very aromatic. It's aromatherapy, it's self-care in a bath to me, in my opinion, and that's the reason why I created it, and that's the reason why I sell it. With Gifts from a Goddess, those are the products and things that I use every day in my own journey. And I call myself a goddess. I treat myself like a goddess. I anoint myself with my body oils and herbs and things like that like a goddess. With my hair oil, I rub it into my scalp. I give myself a good massage, a good scalp massage with that frequently. I have really dry hair, so I have to do mine maybe 2 to 3 times a week. For most of the time, I do it 2 times a week. But if I'm going somewhere, it's gonna be 3 times. But anyway, massage that into my skin. As far as my shea butter, I already told y'all I massage it into my skin when I'm putting it on, and I'm saying my affirmations. I'm pouring into myself. I'm making myself feel better. Sometimes when I floss, I don't always floss and look in the mirror, but for the most part, I do try to floss and look in the mirror because I need to see if something is coming out. You know what I'm saying? So there I go again. Remember the last episode when I kept saying I'm gonna stop saying, see what I'm saying? And I haven't stopped. It's such a hard habit to break, y'all. It's such a hard habit to break. I'm working on it though. But looking in the mirror a lot, and I remember that, and I said on I'm about to contradict myself. I said earlier on the pod that I never looked in the mirror and didn't like what I saw. One time in 2020, I did look in the mirror and I didn't like what I saw, but I didn't like what I saw because I didn't recognize myself, and that was just a whole nother thing. And that was kind of how I got into me going on to my spiritual journey, because I didn't recognize myself anymore. Like, I didn't recognize me. I didn't recognize Sion. And I was just like, wait a minute, what's happening here? Like, where's Sion at? Because this ain't her. Like, what's happening? I was literally, that imposter syndrome was very real for me. I don't know what happened, but I'm glad that it happened because it got me back grounded. It got me back disciplined. It got me back on the right track. It got me back pouring into myself. It got me back onto my goddess journey that I was already on. So I know that that just popped back in my head because I felt myself saying that at the beginning of the pod. I'm human just like everybody else. Like, I'm a spiritual being having a human experience just like everybody else. We're all spiritual beings having human experiences, and that's the reason why it's so important for us to pour into ourselves and to love ourselves, because at the end of the day, we are spiritual beings having a human experience. Okay, so yes, we have this body. This body is temporary, though. Our spirit is what's going to live on. We're going to get to do this again if we choose to. If our spirit chooses to come back again, we going to do this again. Now, me personally, after this fucking corona shit, I don't know if I'm going to come back again. I'm going to be honest with y'all, because I'm tired. This is ghetto. This is ghetto. It's ghetto. So I don't know if I'm going to come back again. I know what I came back for this time. And through my podcast, I am doing what I came here to do, which is inspiring people to love themselves and be themselves and express themselves in a very healthy manner, and in a way to get them to believe in themselves and believe in their passions and leave their mark on this world. That's a part of my gift. That's a part of my journey. That's a part of my purpose, is to inspire you all to do that. And that's the reason why I'm here. And I mean, to be very honest, it's working. And thank you to everybody who does give me feedback and tell me thank you and let me know that what I am saying is my purpose is actually my purpose, because it is coming to pass for other people. And I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful that God did decide to choose me, to pick me to be the one to pour into people. And it's a lot of people in this world who probably hear me talk about God this much and be like, girl, what? What? Yeah, it's me. Yeah, it's me. I've always been like this. It's just that with certain people, I didn't get super spiritual with. We didn't have a spiritual connection. I'm the kind of person where I'm an empath, so I can pick up on energies. I can pick up on negative spirits. I can pick up on these things all the time. Well, not all the time. Back in the day when I wasn't, at this goddess level, I wasn't right here. I was kind of down there and not in this goddess level. I was just down there a little bit, and getting attracted to these spirits that wasn't meant for me, that didn't need what my purpose is. They didn't need that. What my purpose is for people, for the people whose lives that I come into contact with, for the people who I have to pour into, that wasn't those people. I met those people. So now I know, okay, when I meet people like this again, this ain't the people who I need to be giving my message to, because they ain't gonna get it. It just ain't gonna it's just not gonna work. Spirit gonna tell me when I need to do that. But that's the reason why I created my podcast, because I do want to use my podcast to continue on creating, creating content and things like that, that is gonna inspire people to follow their passion, is gonna inspire people to trust the process. Oh my God, to trust the process. And that's something I'm still struggling with, y'all. And that's just because with this amazing American society that's taught us instant gratification, I've become very impatient. And that's something that I very much so dislike. But I have learned patience. I have mastered patience. I remember being young and being complimented on my patience. One day, a few weeks or months, no, I'm going to say a few weeks ago, this man complimented me on my patience. And he said, "Young lady, you have the patience of Job." And I didn't know what that meant at first. And then when I was like, the patience of Job, and then I was like, oh, Job in the Bible. Ah, okay. So I had to ask my mama, like, is that a good thing? She was like, yeah, that's a good thing. So I'm thankful for that. I'm so thankful for that, because it was like I always would tell people, trust the process, touch the process, be patient, pray for patience, pray for patience. And I was over here impatient as hell and not even realizing how impatient I was being. It's quite unhealthy. But that's changed now. I'm better now. I am patient. I am kind. I am love. And have you all been praying for y'all fruits of the spirit? Because I had posted the post and nobody ain't never said nothing. So I really just hope that y'all have been praying for those fruits of the spirit, like I said. And we could talk about them again, because the very first one we're talking about right now, and that's love. So we have love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, gentleness, faithfulness, and self-control. Self-control is the one that gets a lot of us. Self-control is the one that gets a lot of us. But that's where discipline comes into play. And when I say discipline, because I just had this conversation, I don't mean discipline like beating somebody or whooping somebody's child. I don't mean that. I mean having the discipline to be able to stay grounded. Stay grounded in your terms. Stay grounded in your morals. Stay grounded in your values. That's the discipline that a lot of us need. We need to find values, find morals, and then have discipline in them, to stay in them. So that's you not coming out of your goddess energy to address a peasant. That's you not coming out of your God energy to address something that's beneath you. We don't do that over here. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. It's not. We're gonna stay in our energy up here. We're gonna deal with things that are gonna be vibrating in our frequency. That's what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna continue on doing. We're gonna be okay. We're gonna be okay. We are love. God is love, and we're gonna be okay. And I really just hope that this podcast episode definitely did help teach y'all something about love today, and help y'all not only teach about love but about self-love, because like I said, I'm not too crazy about all these other things right now. To me, I feel like the very first step is learning to love yourself. That's where you're going to set your foundation. If you set your foundation in self-love, you can't be moved. If you set your foundation in self-love, you can't be moved. And you have to, and it's okay to love you more than anybody else, and it's okay to love you first. That is not selfish. It's not selfish. I don't care if you have children. I don't care if you have a husband. You can't be, again, because you can't be your best if you don't love yourself first. If you don't put you first in a lot of situations, you can't be your best self. It won't work. Now, I'm not saying buy yourself a Mardi Gras outfit and don't buy your children. No, that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying at all. That's not what I'm saying at all. But what I'm saying is, go take your shower and then make sure them children take their showers and things like that. Because then after that, after they wear you out, you go to bed. Because you're going to be tired after you get them trinity bath. You're going to be tired. That's just how it works. I don't have kids, and I know that that's how it works. Because I'm an auntie and a big sister and a big cousin. Trust me, I know that's how that works. Um, but I did want to read before in the pod. I did want to read this because, and it is from the Bible. So yes, and I'm not going to be apologizing for talking about God here. I'm just not. We're going to talk about God. We're going to talk about religion. Well, we're not going to talk about religion because I don't really do religion. I'm definitely more spiritual. So we're definitely going to talk about spirituality. And I say God all the time, and you will hear me say Father God, Mother Goddess, because that's the way that I talk. That's the way that I deal. I believe that everything has a masculine as well as a feminine energy, and I feel like we were taught about God through a patriarchal system, and they never ever talk about the matriarchy, and it's just like that's a whole nother episode. That's a whole nother episode. That's a whole nother episode. We're gonna definitely have to get into that because I don't want it to sound like I'm saying like men versus women, because it's not like that. It's all about masculine and feminine. It's all about masculinity and femininity. Both of them are equally important, and that's the reason why you will hear me say Father God and Mother Goddess, because that is the way that I talk. But anyway, I wanted to read this from the Bible, and a lot of people know it. It's the 1 Corinthians 13, 4 through 8. Love is patient and kind. So love is patient because love takes time. It takes time for you to love something. It takes time for you to grow love for something. It takes time for you to grow love for someone. Love is kind. Love is not, I'm about to wait. I was about to go into it, but I was about to read it off memory because I was about. Anyway, let me start over, y'all. I'm sorry, because I'm trying to tell it to y'all and tell y'all a breakdown at the same time. But me telling y'all a breakdown is me going into the next part of it. But anyway, love is patient and kind. Love does not envy or boast. It is not arrogant or rude. It does not insist on its own way. It is not irritable or resentful. It does not rejoice at wrongdoings, but it rejoices in truth, and love never ends. And that's the truth. Love never ends. Love never ends. Love is an energy that is continuous. Love is an energy that is continuous. Love is love. Love is an energy that is continuous. Love is infectious. Love is joyful. Love is powerful. Love is amazing. And I want the world to understand that we need to drive out all of this hate with love. We need to start by first loving ourselves more, because when you love yourself more, then you're going to want people to treat you a certain way because you're going to treat other people a certain way. You loving yourself more is going to help you love other people. You loving yourself more is going to make you more compassionate. It's going to make you more patient. It's going to make you more understanding. It's going to make you more willing. It's going to make you more open. It's going to make you more receptive. Love is that powerful. Love can change things. Love brings change. Love is amazing. Okay? I love y'all. Thank y'all for loving me. Love is supporting. Love is love is amazing, and I don't want anybody to ever think that. Now, don't get me wrong. Yes, love is painful. Heartbreak is painful. Yes, it is. But you know what always heals that? Love. Again, that's the thing. The only thing that can cure hate is love. That's it. The only thing that can cure heartbreak is love. Through a heartbreak, you have to love yourself more than anything. You have to love yourself stronger when your heart is broken. When you get into a situation and you feel like, oh, that person don't love me, that's gonna hurt. Yes, yeah, it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt like hell. But then you have to, after you let all of that sadness out, you have to remember, wait a minute, I love myself. And I can love myself enough for me and for that person. Okay, well, let me love myself and go over here and go on about my business and leave that person who hates me alone. I don't even address haters. I don't. I never address the hater, ever. Never spoke on it. Never. I don't. Why? Why put my energy into that when I could talk about the people I love? I could show the people that I love. I could pour into the people that I love. I think that maybe if we try that a little bit more, they probably wouldn't have so much hate and so much crime, so many hate crimes. And hate crimes are things I just don't even understand, because it's like, damn, how you even have so much hate in your heart for somebody that you don't know? Like, that's why I think racism's so stupid. And because it's like, okay, you never met this person, don't know them from a can of paint, but you don't like how they look on the outside, so you don't care about what they look like on the inside? Oh, okay. That's weird. That's weird bitch energy to me. Racism is whack. His shoes, whack. Like, I could laugh at it because I say this all the time. I think that racism is stupid. Like, I think that's the most idiotic bullshit ever. Because it's like, you know how passionate it is to hate somebody? You ever hated something? You ever hated something with a passion? I remember that used to be a saying, like, oh, I hate her with a passion. Like, oh, I hate him with a passion. Oh, I hate that with a passion. Well, my mom used to say, I hate that with a passion. Like, anything, like, if somebody was doing something annoying, oh, I hate that with a passion. You know how much energy that is? You know what you could be putting that energy into? It takes too much energy to be a hater or to hold hate in your heart. That's too much energy. And if you hate somebody, if you really hate somebody with a passion, then you putting too much energy into them, and you could be putting the energy into something more productive. Trust me, trust me. And I know that like maybe 2020, I talked about how in my celibacy I learned how to transmute energy. Learn how to transmute that energy. It's the best thing that you can do. It's all like transmute it. You got hate in your heart for something. Matter of fact, let's do this. If you have hate in your heart for a person, I'm not asking you to forgive them for them. I'm asking you to forgive them enough to where you can stop hurting from it. You got to let that pain go. You got to let that pain go and become more receptive to love. Let that anger go. Release that anger. And you can say this in affirmations as well. I release this anger. I release this hate. I release this trauma. I only receive love. I'm receptive to love. You could call your energy back. I call all of my powerful, loving, healing energy that I ever gave to somebody, or that I gave to this person who didn't deserve it. I call that energy back to me. And I call that energy back to me, and I call it back as something that's positive. I call it back to me nurturing. I call it back positive. I call it back nurturing. I call it back positive. I call it back nurturing. You can keep saying that. You can keep saying that. And I say nurturing because nurturing is healing. I say nurturing because nurturing is healing. That's what nurturers do. Like, they heal things. That's what, and I mean, women are powerful beings for that, because women are naturally nurturers and natural healers. That's what we do. We're natural growers. We're natural thinkers. That's just a whole nother thing. And that's just why I love being a woman, child. But anyway, you can do those affirmations, and those things really do work, because as you're saying them, opportunities and situations are going to come up to make you really, really live those words. Really live those words. There's power in the tongue. You know that. They have power in your words. So watch what you say. Watch what you say. Watch those I am statements. Don't say nothing negative after I am. Don't claim that. Don't claim that. I am love. I am loved. I am lovable. I am loving. I am love. I am loved. I am lovable. I am loving. Say those things. Attract that love to you. Attract that. Manifest that love. We all need love. It's very important for each and every one of us. Attract it. If that's what you desire, attract. Y'all already know. Y'all already know we is abundant over here, and we attract everything that we desire. Y'all read the affirmations last week? Come on now. Well, guys, I hope that you all enjoyed this episode. I was so excited to talk about love with you all. And I feel so happy and so free now. Like, I love talking about love. I do. I love it. I love, love, love. It's beautiful. I think love is amazing. I do. I do. In the right hands with the right people in the right situations, love can do amazing things. Love can do incredible things. So, my biggest takeaway from this episode, like I said, I want y'all to remember that you are love. You are loved. You are lovable. You are loving. God is love. God lives within you. Okay? Thank y'all so much for listening to my podcast. Thank you so much for being here. I love you all. Thank you all for loving me and supporting me the way that you do, the way that you have done, the way that you always will do. And I just want to say that thank you again for listening to the last episode. That was a really big episode for me. I was so excited. It came out amazing. Thank you all for supporting Sonic League Radio. We are doing some huge things. Sonic League Radio 2022. I'm looking forward to growing with you all. And it's exciting. It's a lot going on. Of course, shop gifts from a goddess. Guys, I'm back doing tarot readings. So if you need a tarot reading, please send me a DM on Instagram. You can also book it through the website, giftsfromagoddess.myshopify.com. That link is in my bio. Y'all already know the link tree, and the link in my bio is to my link tree. In that link tree, you can get a couple things. You can really shop with your girl. You can really support your girl. Really show me how much you love me and things like that. All right, so check me out. First and foremost, there's my birthday wish list in there. Now, my wish list, and I changed it from my birthday wish list to the goddess wish list, because this is just simple thing. People who ask me like, oh, what you want for your birthday, what you want Valentine's Day, what you want for Christmas, I want to buy you a little offering gift, what can I get you? That's the reason why I have my wish list in my link tree, because people actually ask me that. I didn't, if going making that wish list, I didn't think people was going to do that. But let me tell you something, when you are receptive, hello, the blessings flow in, the money flow in, the gifts flow in, the love flows in. I am very receptive. Yes, I am. I'm a natural receiver. That's what I do. All right. There's also Goddess Seance Publishings. That's my journals. Shop gifts from a goddess. Get your shea butter, boo. Get you a bath soak. You need a bath tea? Holla at me. I got you. You trying to get them lashes to grow long and strong? You ain't trying to wear lashes all the time? I got you. Shop gifts from a goddess. And of course, the podcast link is also in my bio. You can go and listen to old episodes. And then the Sonic League Radio link is also in there, so you can download the Sonic League Radio app. Thank you all so, so much for listening. Have a blessed and abundant week. Remember, you are love. You are lovable. No, I messed that up. Remember, you are love. You are loved. You are lovable. You are loving. And God is love. Peace.